So tonight we happen to be down in Castle Rock, Colorado, filming for Vlogmas, and we drove by the Goodwill down there, and I was like, you know what? It's been too long since we stopped by there. And my wife was like, you know what? Do you want to go check it out? I'm like, yes, I do. So they never, ever have records here. But tonight, as you can see, they've got all kinds. So I thought we would just do a little picking together. Now, if you can tell, I'm having to do the voiceover on this versus audio for a couple of reasons. There's quite a few people next to me, and I always feel a little awkward doing that, show voice, as it were, that doesn't sound monotone and boring and introverted. So I thought, well, I could do it in post. Plus, there was these kids screaming, and I know you don't want to hear that, nor do I. So I thought it would be better to do it this way. So flipping through these records here, we definitely found some interesting ones. So I am always excited to do this because you have no idea at a thrift store what you're going to find. Al Hirt, that is a extremely common one. Children's records, I'm always interested in children's records. And, I'm looking for big band music. I'm looking for Glenn Miller, and I'm looking for jazz and, easy listening and stuff like that. And just random, unique stuff. Okay, Glenn Miller grades. Okay, this is one of those records, by the way, Mayfair stereo. If you don't know, Mayfair records are printed on gold or yellow vinyl. So you have to pick these. I have to pick these up. Colored vinyl in the wild, you can't go wrong. And a Glenn Miller record on colored vinyl is super rare. Yes, I have this record, but it's one of these records that I have to pick up every time I see it. Look at all the Al Hirt. I think that if you go to a thrift store to pick records, you will find Al Hirt. It is just said and done deal. There's no way you're not going to find Ohio Players. I didn't notice that. I should have picked that up. That would have been cool. That's some good disco. But yeah, check it out. This beautiful yellow record. I can't pass that up, especially having Glenn Miller music on that. Now, technically, this is Jerry Gray, who was Glenn Miller's ace arranger and the author, composer of songs like String of Pearls and other famous hits from the Glenn Miller Orchestra. This is from his orchestra later. So it was Glenn Miller music after the fact, but still cool. A very eclectic bunch of records around the corner here. I didn't notice these at first when I walked in, and then I was about to leave, and I noticed there was some more Ray Conniff and Al Hirt. I think we got the entire Al Hirt library here, which is really interesting. And I always find records of, artists that I've never even heard of, and today was no exception. Although it does somewhat surprise me because Lily Tomlin, that's weird. I didn't even know there were such things as Lily Tomlin records. Oh, look at this cool kids record. This is neat. I probably should have grabbed that. Al Hirt again. But I was going to say that I listen to so much music. I have a pretty eclectic taste in music, I feel like. Herb Alpert. Don't hate on Herb Alpert. It's good stuff. Whipped cream. You know what I mean? All this Herb Alpert stuff. It's actually good music. Yeah, you find it a lot, but it's really good music. Anyway, to finish my thought, what I was saying is I have a pretty eclectic music taste. So I feel like if I haven't heard of an artist, it's kind of bizarre because I've listened to so much music, but it's fun. And I like to discover new artists. The Ventures. Oh man, is that the Ventures? I think that is. I should have grabbed it. Okay, this is cool. Mystic Moods Orchestra. That is the orchestra behind One Stormy Night, One Stormy Weekend. And I'm thinking about grabbing that one. I'm not 100% sure. A lot of unique stuff here tonight, which is really cool. There's not much rock and roll, which is fine by me. Look at this, Color Tone Records. I'm always peeking inside to see if I'm lucky enough to find a color vinyl record. Now, that label is cool, but unfortunately, it's just a boring black vinyl record in pretty rough shape. I was thinking about this one. I actually didn't go with it. I bought one record. Can you guess which one record I bought? But it's always fun to dig around. And after this, we'll go back and look at the tech. They usually have an amazing tech section here. Modern Scream, another Lily Tomlin record. That is really bizarre. I didn't think of Lily Tomlin being like stand-up comedian, but makes sense. Lots of cool stuff here. And some things I'm setting aside. Usually I set aside, this is cool, Animal Stories. Usually I set aside a pile of records as I go that are, possibilities, and then I'll go back and look at that stack again and say, do I really need this? Can I live without it? I don't want to just bulk up on records to bulk up. I want stuff I'm really going to enjoy, or stuff that is good for the show, stuff that'll be interesting to demonstrate or is unique or is a singular example of a genre or a technology. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. And a couple more here on the end. Very cool 50s looking RCA Victor labels. I like it. Not quite cool enough to buy. Now let's look at the tech. Now the tech section was absolutely picked clean. There's some TVs on the bottom shelf there. And up there we got a couple DVD players, but there's nothing, that exciting. There's a cool little radio. But I'm always looking for like a vintage Walkman or, portable CD players. There's a couple junky printers, an iron. It's really picked over. A little remote control thing. There just wasn't much to choose from tonight. Pretty slim pickings, you guys, but it's always fun. It's all about the thrill of the hunt, the chase, the discovery, and I found a Glenn Miller record in the wild. I rescued it from a thrift store, and not only that, it's cool colored vinyl. All right, guys, that's going to do it for now. Happy record hunting. We will see you tomorrow.